What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller, alongside the Tech Tower, Scott Lowe.
How's it going, Greg?
Seemed like you were trying to steal my eyebrow there. I didn't like that one bit. Scott, we got PlayStation 4's. Yeah. We just got to see the UI, user interface, and the PlayStation Store in action. You're the tech guy. Give me the rundown. What'd you think?
So yeah, this is like the first extended demo that we've seen. In fact, like the only thing we've ever seen in kind of its finished form.
Right, not some crazy ass debug menu during Gamescom or something weird. Yeah. This is the real deal.
Yeah, this is the real deal. And they really kind of drove that idea of like social integration across the entire platform. Like, there's a new start screen pretty much that says like what's new, and it's just like all your feed of all your friends and what they've been doing. So like when they'll like update about a game they're playing, or if they post a clip or a screenshot, you'll see it.
But then, as everyone knows, I'm very close to. There's a new friends limit cap, 2,000 people. I'm very close to it, Scott Lowe. I'm accepting everyone. I want to be the first person to get there. I was super excited about that idea until I saw this screen. Found out from them you can turn off certain users' interaction. Yeah. So I won't have 2,000 updates every time.
So you can totally filter that. The other thing we saw was like the real name integration, where like it's actually like a kind of a thorough process in that you have to like approve someone to see your real name.
You send somebody a friend request, and you already are friends with them, and then you have to send them a real name request.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Yeah, and then we saw how it actually when you have a camera, when you have the PS camera, it will actually scan you in that way. But it's not like the Kinect in that it'll just identify you and just automatically sign you in. Yeah. Like you actually have to raise your controller and kind of
there's a box around your face and then a box around the controller, and you have to bring the controller in there and have your face in there.
And the logic there is to basically prevent people just from walking on screen and like taking over the system in some way.
It'll be interesting to see how good the face recognition is, right? Because the whole iPhone did that unlock thing, or one of your phones. Scott Lowe reviews phones left and right. I can't keep up with them all.
It was a laptop.
But it was a laptop? I don't even know. One of them had face recognition, and I could log in as you.
I mean, we're pretty much the same person, so.
It's true.
But yeah, that was really exciting. We saw all of that. The store stuff that was really interesting to me. It's got a very like image-heavy design now. It's very pretty, very pretty. But it also, more importantly, you can selectively download stuff. So like if you want to, let's say you buy Call of Duty Ghosts, you can select to download multiplayer first, and then start playing.
Play while downloading. We've heard about that. Yeah. What was interesting for me is that when they showed it, they're like, you'll see it looks very similar to the PS3 store. We've kept that interface, but it works. Like they were going through, and it was going quickly, and it was moving, and I'm like, great, because the PlayStation Store sucks right now on current gen platforms.
And then multitasking, I thought was really interesting. It was kind of like a really small side feature, but like you double tap the home button, and it takes you back to the most recent app. So if you've got like a browser open, or if you're in the IGN app or something, and you want to go back to your game really quickly, you just double tap, and it will take you back and forth.
The real fascinating thing is anytime we asked them a question and it wasn't like, no, we don't have that, but it was always not day one. Yeah. They're listening, you know what I mean? I thought that was very interesting. They were talking about, like they showed, voice memos go between PS4's and the PlayStation app and not the other ones, and then you were like, what about video? They're like, not day one. Yeah. Right? They're aware of the shortcomings of the system so far. They look like they're actually working.
Yeah, and as like a, first year console, like the moment one console, it's actually surprisingly robust. So.
It seems like a lot of it was, we talked about this from the February event, that I think a lot of what you're seeing with the PlayStation 4 is Sony learning from past mistakes. A big one for me, right, was the fact they showed the store. They're like, here are the movies, and so you never download another movie. It's all streaming. You never have to wait for the 3 gigabyte, Sleepless in Seattle to download.
Yeah, and then the day and date
in the store.
The day and date stuff is awesome. Like, like moment one, when you open the PlayStation 4, everything is there. Like, you can get, downloadable content. You can get the full games. You can do the upgrade system. Like, if you want to go from like a, hard copy of a current gen game, if you have one of the eligible ones, so like Assassin's Creed Black Flag or
Ghost, Battlefield.
You can do that all from within the digital store, which is awesome.
A lot of exciting stuff. We have, of course, left out the most exciting stuff, though. They now have trophy rarity levels when you go to your trophy. It's either common, rare, very rare, or ultra rare.
Yeah, and so this is dynamic. It's actually, it determines of the overall user base.
So happy.
How many people actually have that trophy, and it will assign that trophy like a rarity in that sense. Right. So like if half the planet hasn't gotten this, this trophy, it's a higher caliber.
My DC Universe Online Platinum is I can already tell you, ultra rare. Now I know this because obviously this is something that some fan sites are doing. PS3trophies.org, they had this built in already, so it's nice to see this kind of functionality come around.
Yeah, and then finally it was the streaming stuff. We saw that in action, which was actually really, really interesting. doing. Like
that's the big selling point for me right now. Is what I'm super excited for on day one to sit down and be like, here's DC Universe Online. Here's why I love it. I'm gonna stream this for you.
Like the video, they were doing it over Twitch and they were showing Knack from a nearby station.
Right.
And it was surprisingly uncompressed. Like the resolution looked pretty high. And the cool thing is you can watch all within the main UI. So like you can pull up someone's stream and just
drop comments in there, be
Yeah.
part of this community, see what other people are doing. That's what's super exciting.
And it supports like picture-in-picture too. So if you wanted, if you had the camera, you could show your face and stuff.
Which I will be doing.
Yeah.
Along with Portillo. So everybody come watch me, twitch.tv/GameOverGreg. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we think of this here PlayStation 4 interface. But guess what? You get it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's not even that far. So when you get it, we want to know what you think of it. What are your impressions? Make sure you keep coming back to IGN and commenting on all of our PlayStation 4 coverage.